Hey friends, my name is Sarah and welcome to this video. Today's class is going to be a vinyasa ladder flow. If you're not familiar with this style of flow, it is where we work on a series of poses as a first round, and then each time we repeat the round, we actually add on a few more poses towards the end. As an option, you can have 2 blocks for this class. It's not necessary, but I always recommend just having your props there just in case, because it's better to have the additional support than to try and force yourself into poses. So if you have them, great, grab them, have them just by your mat. If not, that's also okay. You can try the challenge without. So with that said, when you're ready, get your space all set up and we will begin to move. So just start by bringing your blocks either side of your mat, if you've got them, just at the top, just to have them close and ready. We're going to just start in a nice comfortable seat, so I'm going to sit back onto my heels, but if you prefer cross-legged, that is also okay. We're just going to take a couple of moments just to come into the body, into the breath, just to really anchor in, find a sense of grounding before we start to move. So as you arrive, as always, if you feel comfortable, just close the eyes down. Notice the energy of your pelvic floor ground down towards the earth, and then pull up a nice straight line of energy towards the crown of your head. Roll your shoulders down and back, and just relax your face and your jaw. Just take a moment to really tune in just to the natural rhythm of your breath. And if you feel called to do so, this is a great time now just to set an intention for your practice. Or really just get super clear on what it is that you want from yourself and from your day. And then with that in mind, just begin to pull in a slow, deep, steady breath in through the nose. And then just gently let that go. One more like that, slow, deep breath in. And then slow, deep breath out. When you're ready, you can start to open your eyes. And then we're just going to make our way straight into our tabletop position. From our tabletop, we're going to take a few rounds of our spinal waves. So what you'll do is you'll bring your hands forward and wider than your shoulders. You'll tuck your toes and you'll just sink your belly down towards the mat, taking your heart and your eye gaze forward. You'll keep this shape, and then you're going to start to glide back towards your heels. And when you arrive, you'll drop the crown of your head down. As you take your next breath, you'll keep your chin tucked, you'll puff the back of your heart up towards the ceiling, and then you'll start to shift your weight forward, slowly lowering down onto the belly. You'll untuck your toes and then inhale up towards your low cobra. Keep your elbows squeezing in. Exhale to release. Tuck the toes, glide all the way back towards the heels. And then when you arrive, drop the crown of your head down. We'll take 2 more like this. Inhale, keep the chin tucked, puff the back of your heart up, shift your weight forward. Slowly lower all the way down onto the belly. Untuck the toes, firm through the thighs. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale to release. Tuck the toes, push into the hands, glide all the way back towards the heels, drop the crown of your head. Take your next inhale, keep your chin tucked, puff the back of your heart up, shift your weight forward, lower all the way down onto the mat. Untuck the toes, wrap the elbows in, inhale, low cobra. Exhale to release. And this time, just pushing yourself back towards your tabletop. This time you'll untuck your toes, and we're just going to continue with creating heat and strength through the body and move through a few rounds of our modified chaturanga. You'll start with your hands forward, wider than shoulders, and you're going to start to shift your weight to stack your shoulders over your wrists. So your knees are going to come back a little bit, and you're going to think about broadening the back of your heart up as you draw your low belly in towards your spine. Now you're going to keep this engagement, and as you exhale, you'll bend your elbows and lower yourself all the way down into the mat. As you take your inhale, you'll firm through the thighs. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, push up. And then as you exhale, you'll lower back down onto the mat. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, push straight up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, push straight up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, push straight up. Exhale, we'll push back now towards our down dog. As you arrive in your downward dog, take your time to find your alignment. Pedal through your feet if the feet feel, the back of the legs feel tight. Little bend of the knees, pushing the chest towards the big toes as you elevate your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Feel your ears either side of your triceps, and then reach energy from the crown of your head towards the space between your thumbs. Take a big breath in, and then a big breath out. You'll start to take your eye gaze forward now, and up to you, you might choose to step or hop or jump towards your forward fold. Feet together or hip distance, whatever feels best. Grab onto the elbows and let gravity take the weight of your head down. Bring a little bend to your knees. Think about bringing the chest onto the thighs. Maybe sway from side to side if that feels good. Then just start to lean your weight into the toes without lifting the heels. Take a slow, deep breath in. And then just settle a little deeper into what you feel. As you take your next breath, begin to bend your knees, slowly rise all the way to stand. Crown of your head reaches up. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And then exhale, hands to heart. Take a slow, deep breath in. And then a slow, deep breath out. Take a moment just to really come into the energy of your body. Feel your feet ground down. And then when you're ready, we'll start to move. So we're going to start our sequence at the top of the mat. Ground down through the feet, hands in front of the heart. So as you take your next inhale, sweep your arms up. Allow your eye gaze to lift. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. Come all the way down towards your forward fold. Release your fingertips down onto the mat. Drop the crown of your head down. As you inhale, bring your hands onto your shins. Lift the crown of your head up. Draw your tailbone back. And then exhale to fold. Now options here, you might grab onto your blocks if you have them, otherwise bring your fingertips onto the floor, float your right leg up into the air. Point your pinky toe down towards the mat so your hips are square, and then slow motion bend into the front knee to land the ball of the back foot. Drop your back knee down and then inhale, sweep your arms up towards your low lunge. Now as an option, I like to keep my back toes tucked, but if you prefer, you might choose to root down the top of the foot. Come into a nice, steady, even breath. Then bring your right hand onto your front knee, and you're going to take a twist as you take your left arm towards the back of your mat. Maybe take your eye gaze to follow. As you take your next inhale, sweep your arms up. Come back through your low lunge. And then as you exhale, bring your hands onto your blocks or onto the floor. As you glide your hips back, you're going to find a half split. So make sure that your back hip is stacked over your back knee. If you need to walk your left heel forward, do so. Once again, hands are on the blocks or on your mat. Take an inhale to lift the crown of your head up. And then exhale to fold. Rebend into the front knee. If you've got props, move them off the mat. Plant your hands down and then pick up your back knee to step back towards your down dog. Now this is where your options are. You might choose to stay in your downward facing dog. Otherwise, if you'd like to move through your vinyasa flow, you're going to wave yourself forward into your high plank. You can either lower your knees down or keep the knees lifted, and we're going to take our chaturanga, so bending the elbows, lowering all the way down onto the mat. You might choose to come up into your low cobra, or if you prefer, take your up dog. Exhale to release. Tuck the toes, glide back towards your down dog. Take a big breath in, and then a big breath out. Eye gaze between the thumbs at the top of the mat. Step or hop or walk towards your forward fold. Drop the crown of your head. Inhale, slowly roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Big breath in, big breath out. So that's our sequence on the first side. So we're going to repeat that on our second side, and then we're going to build on from there. So when you're ready, take an inhale, sweep your arms up, eye gaze goes up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, come into your forward fold, drop the crown of your head down. Inhale up towards a flat back, reach the crown of your head forward, tailbone back, and then exhale to fold. Hands on the floor or on your blocks, float your left leg up into the air. Make sure your pointy toe points down to make sure your hips are square. Bend into the front knee, land the ball of the back foot. Back knee lowers down, inhale, low lunge. Take a cycle of breath just to arrive. Then bring your left hand onto your front knee, rotate your right arm towards the back of your mat. Maybe take your eye gaze to follow. Inhale, slowly come through center. Exhale, hands on the block or on the mat, straighten your front leg, glide your hips back, find your half splits. As you inhale, lift the crown of your head up, and then exhale to fold. Rebend into the front knee, plant the foot, move your props off of the mat, plant your hands, tuck your back toes, pick up your back knee, glide back towards your down dog. Take a big breath in, a big breath out. Stay or move through your vinyasa flow, choosing your option that's most supportive for your body. We arrive back in down dog. Take a big breath in, and then a big breath out. Once again, you can step or hop or walk towards your forward fold, drop the crown of your head down. Inhale, slowly rise to stand. Your arms sweep up, eye gaze goes up. Exhale, hands to heart. Big breath in, slow breath out. So now we'll move through our sequence, and this time we're going to build on a couple more poses. So when you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Come into your forward fold, drop the crown of your head. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale to fold. Hands on your blocks or on the mat, float your right leg up into the air, point the pinky toe down. Slow motion, bend into the front knee and land down towards your low lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, right hand onto the front knee, come into your twist. Eye gaze follows the back thumb. Inhale through center. Exhale, bring your hands onto your blocks or onto the mat, straighten your front leg, find your half splits, root your heels down. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale to fold. Slowly rebend into the front knee. Move your blocks off of the mat. Frame your front foot, tuck your back toes, pick up your back knee. Make sure your stance is short, and then ride the breath to rise up towards your high lunge. Right hip pulls forward, left hip pulls back. Nice, steady, even breath. Now from here, you're going to sweep your arms back as you lean your chest forward. Find your arrowhead. Inhale, rise up towards your high lunge. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale to rise. Exhale to sweep back. Inhale to rise. Exhale, bring your right hand down onto the mat or onto your block. Keep your back thigh strong. Rotate your left arm up. Eye gaze follows. Nice, steady, even breath. Left arm comes down towards the mat. Move your props. And then step back towards your down dog. Steady breath in. Steady breath out. Stay in your down dog or move through your flow. Choose your option, full expression, modified version, whatever feels most supportive in your body. We arrive and meet back in our down dog. Take a moment just to come into the breath. Slow, deep breath in. Slow, deep breath out. Eye gaze goes forward. You can step or hop or jump towards your forward fold. Inhale, lift up the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise to stand. Arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart. Big breath in. Big breath out. When you're ready, we move to our second side. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, hands on blocks or on the mat, float your left leg high. Slowly bend into the front knee. Drop the back knee down. Rise up towards your low lunge. Take your next breath, left hand onto the front knee. Take your right arm back, find your twist. And then inhale through center. Exhale, glide back towards your half splits. With or without your props, drop the crown of your head down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rebend into the front knee. Move your blocks out of the way. Tuck your back toes, pick up your back knee, shorten your stance if you need to, and then inhale, rise towards your high lunge. Left hip pulls forward, right hip pulls back. Nice, steady, even breath. Then nice and slow, lean your chest forward, sweep your arms back, come into your arrowhead, energy out through the fingertips. Inhale to rise. Exhale to shift back. Inhale to rise. Exhale to shift back. Inhale to rise. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down onto the mat, at the top of the mat or onto your block. Firm through your back thigh, rotate your right arm, eye gaze up. Nice, steady, even breath. Right hand comes down, move your prop off of the mat, step back towards your down dog. Nice, steady breath in. Nice, steady breath out. Take a couple of moments here. Stay in your down dog, or if you would like, move through your flow. Choose your option. We meet back in our down dog. Slow, deep breath in. Slow, deep breath out. Once again, eye gaze forward, step or hop forward towards your forward fold. Drop the crown of your head down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Slow, deep breath in. Slow, deep breath out. Take a moment just to feel the energy of your feet, and then feel that energy draw all the way up towards the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, we'll move on, building on just a little bit more. As you inhale, sweep your arms up, take your eye gaze up. Exhale, hinge your hips, come into your forward fold, drop the crown of your head down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands onto your blocks or on the mat, float your right leg up into the air, then slowly land towards your low lunge, back knee drops. Inhale, arms will come up. Exhale, right hand onto the front knee, twist the left arm back, find your twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, with or without your blocks, find your half splits. Drop the crown of your head down. Inhale, lift the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rebend into the front knee, plant the sole of your foot, move your blocks off of the mat. Tuck your back toes, pick up your back knee, shorten your stance if you need to, and then rise up towards your high lunge. Take a cycle of breath. From here, reach your chest forward, sweep your arms back, and then inhale to rise. Just take one round. This time you're going to drop your back heel, open your arms wide, align your feet into your warrior two. Eye gaze over the middle finger. Nice, steady, even breath. As you take your next inhale, straighten your front leg, come onto the heel as you point your toes up. Sweep your arms up, take your eye gaze up. And then exhale, sink back down, warrior two. Inhale, come onto the heel of the front foot, straighten the leg, take the arms up. Exhale to sink. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to sink. Keep the arms, this time inhale to straighten your front leg. You're going to reach your right hip back, pull your left arm forward, and then hinge at your hips, find your triangle pose. So lean into your back body, peel your right shoulder blade back, stay here, or always option to bring your hand onto your block. Nice, steady, even breath. Bend into the front knee, prop comes off of the mat. Find your warrior two. Straighten your front leg, pivot your front toes, open out to the long edge of your mat. You're going to bring your hands onto your low back, puff your heart up. Exhale, fold into your wide-legged forward fold. Bring your fingertips down onto the mat, drop the crown of your head. Root down through the edges of your feet. Feel your tailbone lengthen up. Focus on bringing a bend to the knees. Bring your fingertips down as you inhale, lift the crown of your head up, find a flat back, and then exhale to fold. Now from here, you're gonna use your hands to support yourself, draw your heels in, toes out, and then shorten your stance. We're gonna find our goddess pose. Bring your hands onto your knees. Take your knees wide, sink your tailbone down. Try not to pop the booty out, as fun as that is. Tailbone reaches down, pull up through the crown of your head. Come into the breath, feel the activation of your toes. As you take your next inhale, straighten the legs, lift your arms up, take your eye gaze up. As you exhale, hands to heart, sink down once again. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to sink. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to sink. Inhale to lift up. And then exhale to sink. Inhale to lift up. Keep the legs, exhale, hands to heart. You're going to rotate your left toes back towards the top of the mat. Come onto the ball of your back foot, bend the knee, bend into your front knee. So find your high lunge legs. Then slowly bring your hands down onto the mat or onto your blocks. Push down through your left foot, float your right leg up into the air, find your standing splits. Now, tendency is to rotate the foot out. See if you can point your pinky toe down to keep your hips square. Engage through the floating leg. See if you can lift your leg a little higher. Take an inhale, lift the crown of your head up, and then exhale to fold. Move your props out of the way, ground your hands down onto the mat, and then slow motion step back towards your down dog. Once again, stay in your downward facing dog. Take a few rounds of breath here, or move through your flow. Choose your option, whatever feels most supportive for you and your practice. Take a big breath in, and then a big breath out. When you're ready, take your eye gaze towards the top of the mat. Step or hop or float towards your forward fold. Drop the crown of your head down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a slow, deep breath in, and then a slow, deep breath out. Take some time once again just to feel the energy of your body. Notice the sensations that's moving through you. And then when you're ready, we'll move through our second side. Grounding down through the feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up, eye gaze goes up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, come down towards your forward fold, drop the crown of your head. Inhale up towards your flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, hands on your block or on the floor, float your left leg up into the air. Then slowly bend into the front knee and then come up towards your low lunge. Nice, steady, even breath. Left hand onto the front knee, take the right arm back, find your twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, hands onto the blocks or onto the mat. Straighten your front leg, glide your hips back, half splits. Drop the crown of your head down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rebend into the front knee, plant the sole of the foot. Move your blocks off of the mat. Tuck your toes, pick up your back knee, and then rise up towards your high lunge. Find your breath. Reach your chest forward, sweep your arms back, arrowhead, and then inhale, rise back to stand. Slowly drop your back heel, open your arms wide, find your alignment for your warrior two. Eye gaze over the middle finger. Nice, steady, even breath. As you take your next inhale, straighten your front leg, come onto the heel, take your arms and your eye gaze up. Exhale, sink back towards your warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg, come onto the heel, take your arms, eye gaze up. Exhale to sink. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to sink. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to sink. Keep the arms. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Reach your right arm forward, left hip back, hinge, and then find your triangle pose. Once again, if you need to grab your block, bring your hand onto your block. Stack the shoulders, lean into the back body. Maybe take your eye gaze up towards your thumb. Rebend into the front knee. Move any props off of the mat. Draw yourself back up towards your warrior two. Straighten your front leg, pivot the toes. Bring your hands onto your low back, puff your heart up. And then as you exhale, come down towards your wide-legged forward fold. Root down through the edges of your feet, let gravity take the weight of your head, bend into the knees. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, reach your tailbone back. And then exhale to fold. Use your hands to support you, draw your heels in, toes out, shorten your stance. I'm just going to pivot so you guys can keep seeing me. Bend into the knees, hands onto the knees to begin. Sink the tailbone down. Pull up through the crown of your head. Find a nice, steady, even breath. Take your next breath, straighten your legs, sweep your arms up, eye gaze goes up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, straighten, reach everything up. Exhale to sink. Inhale, straighten, lengthen everything up. Exhale to sink. Inhale, straighten, lengthen everything up. Keep the legs, exhale, hands to heart. From here, right toes go back towards the top of the mat, come onto the ball of the back foot, bend into your front knee. So find your high lunge legs, then slowly bring your hands down to frame your front foot or bring your hands onto your blocks, then push the left leg up into the air to find your standing splits. Rotate your pinky toe down, drop the crown of your head down. As you take your next inhale, lift the crown of your head up. Keep reaching out in all directions, and then exhale to fold. If you've got blocks, move them off the mat, ground your hands down, bring your left toes down, step back towards your down dog. Once again, stay in your down dog, find a few rounds of breath, or move through your flow. We will meet back in our downward facing dog. Take time as always to come back into the breath. Take a big breath in, and then a big breath out. Now from here, you're going to wave yourself forward. You're going to come forward towards a high plank. I want you to charge through your legs, reach your heels back, broaden the back of your heart, grip down into the mat with all of your fingertips. Lift your hips up just a little bit higher. And then exhale, glide back towards your down dog. Take a big breath in, and then a big breath out. Inhale, wave yourself forward once again. Come into a high plank. Broaden the back of your heart up. Reach your heels back. Feel the charge and fire moving through your body. And then nice and slow for a count of 3, lower your knees down for 3, 2, 1. Take a moment to sit back onto your heels. Take a big breath in, and then a big breath out. Now if you have a block, I want you to grab your block, bring it down onto the mat. If you don't have a block, you can do this without your block. We're going to come into our dolphin pose. So forearms are going to be about shoulder width. If you've got your block, create L's with your thumbs and then wrap your hands around the block. Ground into the mat with your fingertips. Your elbows push down but forward and also magnetize in. With all of that, you'll start to tuck your toes. Lifting your hips up, you're going to bring your head either side of your triceps. Think about lifting your tailbone up. Remember, grip into the mat with your fingertips, elbows push down, forward, and magnetize in. Nice, steady, even breath. Now take half a step forward. Keep pulling the hips up. Then float your right leg up into the air. Engage through the toes. Imagine you're trying to reach for the roof. Right foot comes down. Inhale, left leg reaches up. Keep pointing the toe, lifting up as high as you can. Bring the left foot down. Keep the hips lifted. Keep pushing the hands down and forward. And then nice and slow, lower your knees down onto the mat. Sit back onto your heels. Bring your hands onto your thighs and straight away close your eyes. Take a moment just to feel. And then begin to draw a big breath in, expand your low belly, pull the breath towards the midsection all the way up towards your collarbones. Relax your face, relax your jaw, and then hold your breath. And then open the mouth, sigh to release. Now just start to make your way down onto your back, nice and slow. Just take a moment to draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a really big squeeze. Just plant the soles of your feet to the edges of your mat. Cactus your arms. Drop both of your knees to the right. Slowly come through center. Take it over to the left. Come back through center. Just take a few rounds. Just moving at a nice steady pace. And then nice and slow, draw both of your knees back in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Pull your head towards your knees. Give yourself a really big squeeze. And then nice and slow, release the legs long, release the arms long. Bring the back of your head down. Take a slow, deep, steady breath in. And then a slow, steady breath out. Let your body sink into the mat. Just really inviting the intention of softness in. Now, if you would like to stay a little longer, feel free to stay as long as your body needs. Otherwise, just start to bring some gentle movement back into the fingers and the toes. As you take your next inhale, just reach your arms over your head. Stretch your hands away from your feet. And as you exhale, drop all of your weight. Just begin to roll yourself onto your side. Just take a round of breath here. And then when you're ready, just begin to push yourself up into a seat. As always, if you feel comfortable to do so, I just encourage you to close your eyes down. Just gently bring one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your heart. Take a moment just to really notice the energy of your body after your practice. Tuning into the subtle rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. And just the gentle beating of your heart. And as always, we'll close our class off with one last breath cycle. Just begin to pull in slowly and deeply through the nose. And then just gently let that go. Just slowly bringing your hands into prayer in front of the heart. Once again, thank you so much for being here, for practicing with me. If you enjoy this class, please be sure to give me a comment down below. I'd love to connect with you. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, because it is a free and simple way that you can support me in bringing these videos to you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.